I thoroughly tested a new, little for big diaper in everyday use. Actually, I tested two, and I'll show you Baby Usagi in a separate video. Today, we're talking about Astro Babies. As you might guess from the name, it features various little animals traveling through space. One of them appears to be Baby Usagi's rabbit, which looks a little different. The packaging is already different. Baby Usagi has the newer packaging, which only allows you to see inside slightly. The Astro Babies, on the other hand, is mostly transparent. It shows the transition from transparent to printed packaging, which has been seen with some new diapers recently. Size M ranges from 71 to 96 centimeters for both diapers, which is suitable for me. There was a lot of tension because this brand has performed poorly in most recent tests. At least for the colorfully printed diapers, the absorbency was significantly below average. In contrast, the price was much too high for what was offered. Only the unprinted AB Dry has been convincing so far. Will Astro Babies be a game changer for colorful diapers, which are popular with many according to surveys? The carrying handle on the packaging is already significantly less durable because it is much thinner and smaller than what we are used to seeing on many thick ABDL diapers. With Baby Usagi, I received it from the shop with the handle glued together. But of course, the diapers inside are more important than the packaging. Unlike previous colorful diapers, Astro Teddy already advertises a wetness indicator on the packaging. I think it's great that it has been integrated into the design. Large stars with the word dry disappear as soon as the diaper gets wet in that area. There are none left in this picture because the front is completely soaked. However, this would be obvious even without the wetness indicator. In the second picture, you can see how the last stars are still visible at the back. It's debatable whether this is necessary for ABDL diapers. I see it as a nice gimmick that you can take with you. The design features a large motif on the front of the adhesive surface. It shows one of the three animals featured on the packaging in large format. Below the adhesive surface is a dotted pattern with stars, representing outer space. Inside, we have the raised leak protection that you would expect from today's ABDL diapers. It prevents leaks and provides space to further increase absorbency with inserts. In addition to the large stars for the wetness indicator, there are also smaller ones. These patterns extend to the back of the diaper. The sides of the diaper are colored a subtle blue, on which small white stars are clearly visible. Overall, the design is relatively subtle and fits the theme. The patterns are intended to attract a little attention without being too extreme. When putting it on, the diaper is pleasantly noticeable with its soft outer film. The film is rather thin, but feels good. The absorbent material is also soft, so that the diaper easily adapts to the shape of the body. It is closed with reusable plastic adhesive strips. These are the smaller ones that you know from many other diapers, such as Safari. They work well and can be opened and reattached a few times. With an empty weight of 227 grams, it is slightly heavier than average. However, it generally feels relatively thin when compared to diapers from previous tests. Safari or Little Rascals, for example, offer more material between the legs. Tykables with their waddle cut offer even more. Initially, the Astro Baby had few problems absorbing urine, except when it came to larger amounts. For example, if she was flooded with a full bladder in the morning, it would drip even with a fresh diaper. This happened rarely, but more often than with other candidates. In everyday use, the best result was just over 1.7 kilograms total weight. This is an improvement compared to the colorful diapers tested so far. Among those, the Vintage Baby was in the lead with just over 1.4 kilogram. So the Astro Baby seems to be slightly better. Nevertheless, 1.7 kilograms is a result that many other diapers can only smile at wearily. The average value among all diapers tested is currently almost 2 kilograms, with Little for Big still lagging far behind. However, the cheapest shop currently charges €33.90 per pack. With 10 diapers per pack, that works out to a unit price of €3.39. That is simply far too expensive for what you get. Even the slightly less poor result compared to the others cannot change that, as the price is so extreme. Kiddo Playtime, for example, weighed in at 2 kilograms in the test, offering significantly higher absorbency. At $2 per diaper, it costs significantly less. Even in Control B Dry Premium, which comes from the medical sector, weighs in at just under 2 kilograms, significantly more than Astro Babies, but costs even less at $1.81 per diaper. I could name many more examples of diapers that can hold significantly more and are not more expensive. However, the cheapest shop currently charges €33.90 per pack. With 10 diapers per pack, that works out to a unit price of €3.39. That is simply far too expensive for what you get. Even the slightly less poor result compared to the others cannot change that, as the price is so extreme. Kiddo Playtime, for example, weighed in at 2 kilograms in the test, offering significantly higher absorbency. At $2 per diaper, it costs significantly less. Even In Control Be Dry Premium, which comes from the medical sector, weighs in at just under 2 kilograms, significantly more than Astro Babies, but costs even less at $1.81 per diaper. I could name many more examples of diapers that can hold significantly more and are not more expensive. Feel free to share your experience in the comments. Stay dry until the next video.